How does authentication in Angular 2 and Node.js application work? In a normal application, which means the front end are basically just views rendered by our backend, well, we have this request response flow, and the authentication would be managed via a session, which means we keep a session on the server and a cookie on the client to know if the client is logged in and delete or invalidate the session once the client logs out. Now for Angular 2 application, we shouldn't use a session since our client, the Angular 2 application, only reaches out behind the scenes to fetch or put data. More than that, we could build a backend which works with multiple devices or multiple clients, like also mobile phones. In such a case, if we have a native app using our backend, for example, we couldn't use a session. So sessions are not the solution for authenticating users in a single page application, because we only render one page and we don't continuously re-render pages. So there is a different approach you will commonly see being used in single page applications. We authenticate with the server, which means we log our user in who we created. And upon logging in, we check on the server if this is a valid data, but then instead of basically saving this in our session, we instead send back a token to the client. This token basically contains the, kind of encrypted user information and some other data. Now, this token can be stored on the client, so in the browser. And if we want to fetch data which is protected, for example, if we want to create a new message and we only want to allow this for authenticated users, we would attach this token to our request, and then on the server we could validate this token, so see if the token is valid, if it matches the data we have on the server. Since the server is the one who created the token, it is able to validate it. We can extract any encrypted data, like for example some user data we put into the token. And if all of that works, if all of that is valid, we send back data to the client, or we create the resource the client wanted to create. So we have this token-focused approach when working with a single-page application. Now that's the theory. Throughout this section, you will see how to create a user, how then sign the user in, how to create this token, how to store the token, and how to attach the token to future requests. So let's dive into this.